All right, guys, I'm out here on a completely nasty day. It has literally been overcast and raining for 2 weeks here in Ohio. I'd say primarily because of that hurricane. But it's just eating me alive sitting in the house, so I gotta get out here and do something. I've been eating anxiously eating to be anxious. If that's funny enough, I don't know. To ride this HANEVEAR again. This is the all-wheel drive. So we got motors, 750 watt motors on both of these wheels. We got these pre-sun street type tires on this, which I like a lot. It's a strong bike. I got it out for one ride. I did one video on it and got busy and haven't been able to do any other ones, guys. So I have no purpose. This is not an obligation today to do this ride, but I just want to. And I'm up here at the upper garage. A lot of cars going by. Sorry about that. Hope it's not too bad traffic today out here on these back roads, because that's where we're going. Here comes another big one. I'm going to try to ride this thing a little different today. This has that boost button, right? This boost button right here that kicks you into all-wheel drive. I'm going to try to only use that when I need it for the hills to see what kind of range I can get out of this. I got 30 miles out of it in all-wheel drive last time, which ain't bad, guys. You can take this on a lot of your routes, but I'd like to find out if I can go a little farther. I mean, I am 230 pounds. I'm a big guy, so I usually eat these little batteries up pretty good, but this has got the Samsung 20 amp hour battery in it, which is not bad. Yeah, we'll talk about some of the specs and stuff as we go. I hate overbearing you guys with all that stuff right off the get. I know when I'm watching reviews, I just can't stand it when I'm sitting there hearing nothing but specs, just like overload, and I can't take it all in at once. So we'll do it as we go. I got my seat on it today, so I can be comfortable. Let's see if this, if I remember how to get this thing to reset the miles. I think it was minus and the I. 1, 2. Well, it jumped, but I didn't see nothing reset. It says 30.1 miles. I wonder if that's just total, and if it did reset today's trip. Let's see here. So if I hit, I'm trying to remember how to do this stuff. That just takes me through pedal assist. If I hit the I, okay, the I takes me, there we go. Trip is at 0. So it did reset the trip, guys. So this bike literally only has 30 miles on it total right now, 30.1. So we are reset. We're in pedal assist 5. I'm going to try taking off, you know, just in the rear motor. I'm going to do it as best I can. That way when I get to the hills, we'll kick it into boost. And we'll ride this thing like I think it's supposed to be rode. It's a nasty day. It ain't going to be very pretty, guys, but we'll just get out here and have a little fun. I need this. I need to get out here and do something. Here, I'm going to go ahead and turn on this other camera here for a minute. Just because I want to. Man, there's a lot of cars. I hope it ain't that way all day. All right, here we go, guys. Pedal assist 5. Just pedaling in rear wheel drive right now. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to try to get top speed on this now, would it? Let's kick the boost in. I'm just pedaling at the moment. Like 29 mile an hour, guys. Get up here on the level spot now. Here again, I'm climbing the hill slightly. Then we'll just throttle it. Okay, let's try just throttling here now. Pedal assist 5. Slightly uphill, not too much. But I am going slightly uphill. Now I'm gonna go back to just pedaling this like I like. Man, this is a nasty day. We're in the 60s today. I did put on my sweatpants, but I still have a t-shirt on. Could be a mistake. We got No sunshine. Got a little bit of drizzle rain. If it gets any worse than this, I'll have to turn around, but hopefully it won't get worse. I can kick that boost back off because I want to try to sustain battery today. But I think I am going to have to, if I just do rear wheel drive, the problem is you got to kick up the PAS to a higher PAS to get the speeds I like. I'm climbing a little hill here right now. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to keep this in rear wheel, take it to the hill and see how it does starting to climb it. And then we'll kick the boost on it. This is not a pretty day, guys. I am sorry, but I can't control that. That is out of my control. I'm going to take us down about fifth gear as I start to climb. Try to just keep that gradual pedal going. I don't think we're going to make it just rear wheel, but you never know. This bike surprised me with the power it had last time. Guys don't think I'm going to make it up this hill, guys. What do you think? I got it in fifth gear. I'm just giving it a gradual pedal. Have not begun to throttle yet. I did kick the boost on. Partially because I didn't want to look stupid in front of the guys there working on the side of the road. It's pedaling up, no problem. I am not throttling. We're at 9.6 mile an hour. If I could have actually done this probably in 6th or 7th gear as well. Now we're up to 10. It's a strong bike, guys. I did roll the handlebars back toward me because there's space in between here. If you're a long arm guy, you're really gonna like it. All right, let's get out of boost. Now we're just in rear wheel drive. I'm gonna try kicking down to PAS. I'd like to go a little over 20 mile an hour, guys. This is Sean's guy. What is this? Yeah, Sean's ice cream. I used to deliver. Hey, I used to be one of these guys. Years and years ago when I was younger. It was a pretty fun job. Drive the ice cream truck around. Delivered food and stuff too. So I'm in pedal assist 4 right now, just rear wheel drive, and I am going. Hear that duck? I thought that was a dog coming to get me. I'm going 22.3 mile an hour on the straightaway. Let's take her down to 3. Pedal assist 3, just rear wheel. If I remember right, this thing would go between 15 and 18 in pedal assist 3. Which, you know, that's a common speed. I'm used to, now see, now that this isn't I have been paid to do this particular video, so I can talk about some other bikes and stuff. But my walkie now at pedal assist 3 will take me between 23 and 25, right in that area there. That's where I like to be. And I get good range because of that. But all these other bikes seem to want to be 15 to 18 in pedal assist 3. Now you can go in to a lot of these bikes menus and up your percentage for that, which I should do. And if I end up keeping this bike, that's probably what I'll do, because I just like going in pedal assist 3. I'll probably up it to at least about 80%, something like that. I think right now this one was set at 70 something. But it's not too bad, especially when going down slide hills. It's not bad. I do need to kick this back up into 7th gear. So I'm not ghost pedaling so much. That would make more sense. I am still reaching a little bit, so I should have moved my seat forward too. But I was trying to, you know, not do that because I plan on using this seat for all my e-bike reviews, just because it's more comfortable, unless it comes with a real comfy seat. This thing does got some real good brakes on it too, guys. These K-Tet, they're on the grips themselves, it says K-Tet, but down on the actual calipers it says HANEVEAR. So I don't know if they got some kind of combination going on. Now some e-bikes, I call them rollers. When you go downhill, they roll real easy, and this is one of them. My daughter's bike is that way too, the Wild Way. It rolls real good. Now my walkie, it's so heavy, it just kind of, I don't know, it doesn't roll so well down the hills. An all-wheel drive, man, you can't beat that power though. But this one, an all-wheel drive, it's got a lot of power too, guys. It's not far behind the walkie, I would say, in power. And I think that's due not because of the motors, but because this bike is so light. I think this is a 71-pound bike, and my walkie's 141. So that tells you there. I'm still in pedal assist 3. I don't know, it ain't too bad, guys. Pedaling along here. Just depends on how fast I want to get where I'm going, I guess. I think though, personally, I feel a little more comfortable in 4. So I'm going to kick it up 1, and that's going to eat the battery a little more, but I want to see what I can get on this bike, riding it like I ride it. And I know some of you aren't crazy about the mechanical stuff, but I'll tell you the advantage to having the mechanical buttons is that boost button. You know, on my walkie, I have to sit there and try to hit the I button, and you got to hold it for a couple seconds, and you got to take it off, hold it again for a couple seconds, just to get to your all-wheel drive. Whereas this one, I just hit that button real quick and I'm in all-wheel drive. So I like that. I also like having the mechanical headlights. I don't know why, I just do. It's like right now, I'll turn them on. That's nice and easy. Off. You don't have to fiddle around trying to find the button for it. And it's not hard on the walkie either to find a button, you know, for your headlights. Some of them you got to hold in the plus and things like that to get them to come on. This bike is a comfortable bike, and if you got long arms, you're going to like this bike. If you like leaning forward a little bit, you're going to like this bike. I've got used to sitting more upright now on these rides, but this ain't bad. You know, do this for a change, but I think on my next ride on this one, I will go ahead and move the seat forward a little bit. I didn't do that because I came up with this grand plan. I'm going to use this same seat and this same post. This post is, I believe, a 27.2 millimeter diameter. So I bought a kit that has all the steps up to 33.9, which is most of your bikes then. So literally all I have to do is just put the adapter sleeve on this one and use it for every bike. Because I don't know how to tell you this, guys, but I got bikes coming like you wouldn't believe. Coming, the rear wheel taking off. I just throttled a little bit. 7th gear. This bike's got great power. Let's see if I climb these hills in just rear wheel drive, guys. If I can, I'm going to get a lot more range out of this. So yeah, I got 3 bikes on the way right now, e-bikes, and I'm in talks with a couple more companies. So I want to say this to the e-bike companies: if you happen to watch this, winter's coming soon. We will still have some beautiful days yet, but we're going to be getting down into the 60s, and then before you know it, it's going to be 50s, 40s, and the snow's going to start flying. So I'm probably not going to do too much e-biking when it gets down into, you know, the 20s and negatives and things like that. Okay, so I got to kick the boost. I just hit that boost, and man, it just shot me up this hill now. I love this bike, man. That is amazing. So now I'm up on more of a flat, still a little bit uphill to go yet, but I turned off the boost, no problem. I think that's how this bike is designed to be rode, guys. That's how you can get your long range out of it. Ride it in rear wheel when you can, but when you get to a real steep hill, kick that boost on. I just left it in 7th gear too. Now this hill, I had a little bit of a head start, so it pulled me right up it. This was even a steeper hill, just in rear wheel drive. Pedal assist 4. Now bike trails, you probably put this in pedal assist 3. I think this bike is a great idea. I love that little bit of a suspension they give you in the back. That's just what I needed on the walkie, but I don't have it. Don't get me wrong, guys, I love my walkie, but it does have a couple little things that needs to be taken care of. Everybody has been looking for different, there's a huge deer up the yard. Whoa. Oh, that might be a fake one. Anyhow, the walkie has super stiff shocks in the back. Those spring shocks. I can't remember what they're called, but that's what I'm calling them. And they just don't move. I mean, I'm a heavy guy, and it just doesn't move. You hit a bump and the back end just jumps. I've even got it on video. Some of my videos you can see when I hit a bump, it just jumps. And that's not good. This has a little shock in the back, and you can feel it moving. So if you put a suspension seat, which I have on here, now this comes with a suspension seat as well, guys. I just don't like it. I don't like that butterfly seat that it comes with. It just wobbles too much for me. I like to have a little bit of a stiffer ride. But anyhow, if you put a suspension seat on it and a suspension post, plus you have the rear suspension, this is a comfortable ride. And it looks like a standard size shock back here, so you could even put a higher dollar adjustable one on there if you want. I didn't even look to see if this has any adjustments on it. It might not too. Last video too, I showed how you could pedal this thing really low speeds as well. It's really good for that. I've had some bikes that even as soft as you try to pedal, it's still going to take you 14 mile an hour. Pedal assist 1. This one don't do that. Plus you can just lightly throttle it as well. They've got a lot of things about this bike set up really good, guys. Oh, I wish we had a prettier day, but we don't. Is what it is though, isn't it? So this is just kind of a joyride because I need to get out, and I've been wanting to ride this bike again, do another video of it. So yeah, I will be doing some rides through the winter time, but when it gets real cold, I probably won't do as much. There may be some that I'm obligated to do that I have to get out and do it, but so for the e-bike companies, if you want me to get them in, I do them fast once I get them here, guys. So try to get them here before the height of winter hits. Otherwise, we'll probably be waiting till spring. And it really is just dangerous, guys, to get out here once you start getting ice on the road and stuff, riding these things. Stop up here and let you guys take a look at the bike in one of my favorite stopping spots. All right, guys, there it is. Here, let's move this a little bit. There is the HANEVEAR H100. I like this bike, man. It just looks good too, don't it? Doesn't that look cool? Zoom in here on this rear shock. So So you guys can do a little research on that one. It's your brake system. See how it says HANEVEAR on it? Yeah, the brakes definitely got some black glaze on them. It needs bedded in. Try to get you a good look at this thing this time. This company is just underrated. That's all I could say. This is a good bike, but it is underrated. All right, I'm gonna turn this around for a second. Whoa, I flipped it all over the place. I was looking at the world, man. It's crazy. From upside down. Here we are, folks. Here I am with my HANEVEAR. I'm liking this bike. I'm thinking it's going to be a keeper. I really do. Let's, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to have a lot of them to deal with. So, I'm going to get a sip. I'm going to get a sip of dip. Sip, dip, potato chip. Don't you ever give me no lip. All right, we're gonna get back on this horse and ride, guys. Let's see how far this thing will take me today. As long as I can keep from snotting to death here. As long as no crocodilators or Sasquatches get me on this ride, we're gonna go for a long ride today, hopefully. We're heading up in Sasquatch territory now. I better put on my headlights, maybe to scare them away, I don't know. Right now, I'm just pedaling it. Rear wheel drive only, pedal assist 4, 7th gear. Getting a little hard to pedal. I think it'll do it though. I mean, it would do it. It's taking me up the hill, but let's go and hit the boost. That's what it's for. And it just pulls. I don't know if you guys can hear that or see it in the video, how it just pulls you right up. Once you get up to where you think you're good, your momentum's good, turn it off. Save your battery. Uh-oh, we got workers up here. I guess we won't be getting ate by no Sasquatches today. At least not right here. They are working. I'm gonna turn off my headlight now. I don't know exactly where I'm going. I got kind of an idea where I'm going, guys. Yep, I gotta bed them brakes in today, don't I? Okay, we'll stop here for a second. We'll get some speed up. Grab a stick of juicy fruit and start hitting some brakes. That feels like the front one right here. Let's see. No, that's front. They do have this one right. I saw in a different video somebody said that these were backwards, but now that the left one's rear and the front one is the right. So I'd say that's exactly right, right? That is correctamundo. Okay, let's go this way. Ebike! We are on a ride today. It is an ugly day. Look at it. Just look at it. But, you know, sometimes ugly is beautiful as well. Just look at me. Yep. I heard you up there in them woods. Same bird every time. Thinks he's purdy. Purdy bird. Purdy bird. So yeah, this is comfortable speed right here. Pedal assist 4 on this bike. But you can change that, I believe. I'm going to research that a little bit more and find out. I want mine to be at 80% on pedal assist 3. Right in there somewhere. I think it's in the 70s now. Pedal assist 4 will take it up, you know, probably about 90, and 5 will take it up to about 96 or 98. I have found that if you try to go too high, I did it on the walkie too, if you go to 100%, you'll feel it cut out. And my daughter's bike on her Wildway, okay, now we are climbing a big hill, guys. I'm gonna shut my mouth for a second. We're climbing this big hill right here. Whoa! I about lost it. Gravel's loose. So I went ahead and kicked it in. That's a really loose gravel. These tires are a little more slickery, guys, than those knobbies. So you gotta watch your corners. I like these tires better, to be honest with you, but there is advantage to having the knobbies at times. They'll save you in the looser stuff, do a little better in sand and things like that, loose dirt. Uh-oh, hit a stick. I did put flat out in this one because it's my intention right now probably to keep this bike. If I'm keeping them, I'm putting flat out in them. And so far I haven't had no flats, and I'm gonna hopefully it stays that way. I just leveled off here. Oh, there goes a big deer. I was just about to say something about deers and Sasquatches, but that was a big one. I have to look on the camera and see if that was a buck or a doe. You gotta watch out, man. Sometimes there'll be another one coming right over the top here. Has there been any rides where I haven't seen a deer or two? That last ride I went on, I saw 6 to the left and 1 up on the road in one shot. These motors sound different, guys. I didn't see a name on it. I think they just say HANEVEAR on them. But they're definitely a little different. They feel different. They're really quiet. And I just noticed just when you're pulling this bike around and it's off, you'll feel like the magnet tension. It'll just make like a pop, 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 pop as you're pulling it. I don't know, I still think it's beautiful out here, even when it's gray and just got different kind of colors. I mean, if somebody were to paint this, there's actual purples and stuff in here, it ain't just brown. And ho, we're out here on this day. I hope it don't pour down rain on me, but right now I just don't seem to really care. I just got to get out. I've been sitting for almost 2 weeks, man. I can't do that. You know, I got to stay healthy. I got to get healthier. I got to get this weight off. I'm not done losing weight yet. Although the amount of pizzas I've been eating would tell you different. Stop eating so much pizza, Reese. I like that pizza though, man. I could eat pizza every day, probably. I'll give that place a pizza of my mind. Yeah, sure. I got a joke about pizza. You want to hear it? Nah, it's too cheesy. Whoa! Something in the woods. Oh, I better watch it. One of these days I am going to get it by a Sasquatch. Because I don't act like I believe in them. When them make-believe creatures are going to come out here and get me. Oh, there's a squirrel. I knew it. I think I might have been able to take him. I don't know. He'd look pretty tough. Well, the critters are out. They don't care that it looks ugly outside. It's raining tacos. No, it's not. It's not raining tacos. Oh, what do astronauts do if they get a cold in outer space? Well, it's not rocket science. That's a big dog. I'm glad he didn't come and eat me. Alright, that's a good brake bedding hill here. We're going to bed it. I'm going to take it to bed. Bed these brakes in. These brakes feel pretty good though. K-Tets. I don't think I've heard of that name yet, but don't mean they ain't no good, that's for sure. Nobody heard of DY Island for a while. They're on a lot of bikes now. I love these little mirrors, guys. They're so much easier to deal with than ones that go stringing across your bar. Although I am thankful for you giving me free ones, guys. My last 2 bikes gave me free mirrors that want to go on your bar and they go vroom. Try to make it look like a motorcycle front end or something. I don't like them though. I like them right on the end caps. If they got them. And if they ain't got them, sometimes you can still cut them in. Which I do. And I did on this bike too. Should go down that road. I don't know. It's dark today though. Turn my headlight off. So we got some, wow man, that's some bumps here, whoa. Got to try out the rear suspension there. I forgot about that spot. It's chatter, 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 chatter bumps. Well, we just lost our first bar, guys. And I'll have to look at the odometer here and see where, I forgot how to do that. I think I have to hit this button up here. Let me see. Yeah, 8.1 miles. We lost the bar. So I don't know if it's going to get better mileage with just one motor. I know with e-bikes it's a little different with electric than what it is gas, guys. Because with electric, it shares the load. It shares the weight and shares the load. And you don't have to put such a hard load on the motor so they don't get all hot. So it may be that it's pretty close. And this bike pulls up these smaller hills like it's nothing, guys, and just rear wheel. This is a strong bike. If I could get myself to ride a little bit slower. I mean, oh, there's another deer. You gotta watch now, because it might be, see him? 2 of them up there. Smaller. One of them had horns, so I would say that would be a male. We saw 3 deers today so far. This could be a really good deer day. Did you know there was a such thing as deer day? There is now. I'm worried about them Sasquatches though. They're coming popping out of one of these woods one of these days. Decide they're hungry. Want to use me for lunch. I don't know. They want to invite me to lunch or use me as lunch. There's a squirrel, black one, black squirrel. This bike is sneaking up on everything, guys. It's quiet. This is probably the quietest bike I've got right now. Oh, another squirrel. He squirreled right across the road. Let's see if I climb this. There's another. There's squirrels everywhere. See if I climb this hill and just rear wheel. This feels too strong. Let me see. Yeah, I was in all-wheel drive. I didn't know it. That's why, guys. It felt too strong. All right. That's why it's pulling me along like it was nothing. It's a big hill here. So I'm in rear-wheel drive right now. And looks like I'm getting about halfway up. I'll give her a boost. Pulling me right up. I get a little sound out of the back motor right now. Wonder if that. Yeah, that might be the sound it makes. You know, when all these motors, they'll squeal when they get like to a strenuous point, and then you give them that little quick twist that goes away. That noise went away too. It just makes a different noise. Yeah, the top speed on this one is not, it's not as fast as the walkie. So that's one little minus, I guess, but it's not that big of a minus. So this thing will do about 30, 29, right around there. All right, down pedal assist 4. We're gonna go down this road. We ain't been down this road yet. Oh man, that's some nasty looking clouds. I hope it ain't gonna bring rain. Hope that ain't gonna bring rain. It looks like it could. Alright. I have not been this way yet. I think this goes across State Route 13. If it does not, then we'll have to turn around. We've went 10.4 miles so far. And it has went down a couple bars, but if I turn it off, turn it back on, it'll probably pop back up. This one doesn't regen like a lot of them do. I mean, I don't mean like the bike has regeneration. I mean that the display, if you use a lot of voltage, it'll pull the bars down. And a lot of these bikes, you literally got to turn it off and back on to reset that. It'll show you where your true settings is right now. Cars coming behind me, two of them here, guys. Let's go kind of slow. Go kind of slow, let them get around me. A big truck right there. Don't like getting ones like that behind me. So I got her back down just to rear wheel drive. Yeah, that's one suggestion I have for HANEVEAR is you got to have something that shows when that's on or off. Because once you get up here into these middle speeds, you know, around 18, 19, 20, and you hit the button, you don't really feel the power kick in. So you don't know if you're actually in all-wheel drive or just rear wheel. So they need a light or something that shows up on a display for that. That's my only real complaint there. I mean, I've complained about other bikes not having enough distance between your seat post and your handlebars. This one has plenty. It's got more than needed. They probably could have shortened it up about an inch. I measured this one and the walkie, and this one I think was 2 1/4 inches longer distance in between the handlebars and the center of the seat post. So for longer arm guys, you're gonna like that. I'm not such a long arm guy. What do we got here, guys? What is that? Oh, that's a big old buzzard. Don't eat me, buzzard. He was sitting there eating something probably. I don't think he was eating pizza. No. Something on the road that was not living anymore. Uh-oh. Where's my boost? Go. Go. Go, bike, go. I hope that fence stops. Stops them, I mean. Woo! Did you see that, people? That was a big dog. That's funny, 'cause everybody keeps asking me, oh man, another dog. I'm gonna have to kick my boost on again. Everybody keeps saying, what kind of range do you get on that bike? You know, talking about the walkie especially. Well, how long can you sit on the bike? That's how much range you're gonna get. Yeah, it's different. It's not really good to ask this channel what the ranges are going to be on the bikes, because I have so many hills, guys, which is, you know, that just kills the juice fast. And I'm 230 pounds. So I'm showing you the range that it gets me, but it's going to get you a lot more range than that, guys. So, you know, just, you can kind of figure it in too. I'll show you what, you know, when I can, when it has that option, I'll show you what volts are left and things of that sort. And you can kind of guesstimate what you're going to get, but you also got to figure in your terrain, how you ride the bike. Are you just going to throttle it the whole time? You're not going to go as far. You got a pedal assist, you like to ride pedal assist 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5. All that makes a difference when you're talking about range. And you absolutely cannot go by the company's estimated ranges. You guys know that. Yeah, they said this bike, I think it was, what was it, 80 miles or something like that, say you get. If you're going downhill, yeah, or if you're going pedal assist 1 on completely flat surfaces, maybe. If you weigh about 80 pounds. So you got to take all that into consideration. You got, if you go by the amp hours of your battery, that's going to give you a pretty good idea. And you got to go by your weight. For me, and then the voltage. Yeah, 48 volt batteries, about 15 amp hours, that'll give me about 20 miles. Yeah, whereas that little 13 amp hour, I think would have got me somewhere around 25. But that was a 52 volt. See, it makes a difference, a little more efficient. So I agreed to do a video for UNDERATED, I think is how you pronounce it. They have little hand warmers and, you know, little heaters and things of that sort they sell. And I agreed to do it because I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do to keep my hands and stuff warm when I'm out here on these e-bike rides. You know, and I got a hoodie where I could just put them right in there in my hoodie, and my hand gets cold, take one hand at a time, stick it in there and heat it up. You know, all you gotta do is hold that button in for 2 seconds and it turns on. You know, everybody complains, well, those things only get 3 hours or whatever. Well, you gotta turn them off. If you sit there and keep them on the whole time, yeah, you're not gonna get, it's not gonna last as long. Turn them on and off as you need them. And if you go to a football game and it's, you know, a 2 hour, 4 hour, whatever football game, it'll probably last you that long. Things like that. You're a construction worker and stuff like that. You know, stick them in your pockets, turn them on when you need them. Get your hands warmed back up. I wish I'd have had something like that, man, when I was in construction. I froze so bad so many times. We are on Ringy Road, and I'm actually heading back in the direction I need to head in. We're not exactly going straight home, but I think I'm in just rear wheel drive right now. I'm not positive. And we are down to 3 bars left. We've went 14.1 miles. We're about to climb a big hill here. It looks like this bike is going to be at least a 30-mile bike for me, which I can take it on a lot of my routes. I have some that aren't even 30 miles, but they're close to that. But I'm just trying to see if I can get this thing to go like 35 miles. I like this bike, guys. As far as the ones I've ridden, this is one of my favorites. Look at the moo cows. Moo for you. Moo. Hello, ladies. Moo. Moo. That's a lot of beef right there, sir. All right, let me see if I'm in. Oh, I was already in all-wheel drive. It's a big hill, guys. Really big hill. Really, really, really big. That's still good. 12 miles an hour, and I'm almost at the top of this thing. 11 miles an hour. Turn it back off. Got another big one coming. It is a little chilly out here, guys. I'm glad I put on my sweatpants. And I put on a heavier t-shirt anyhow. I put on my Carhartt. This thing makes you sweat when you're sitting inside the house. Figured that'd be good for this ride today. I climbed that one just in rear wheel. It'll handle these smaller hills. If they're not too terribly steep, you can get right up and just rear wheel. And that was even without throttling. I haven't tried just throttle. Uh-oh, I got a car coming. I'm going to have to get up this fast here, guys. Bill, I might just pull off here. Yeah, you can see over this hill. There we go. I'll kick it back off here for a second because I want to test something here up this next corner. What is that noise? Meh. Meh. The goats, man, they are funny. You hear them things talk. I'm in just rear wheel drive. I'm in 7th speed, and I can pedal this hill. Now I want to know is what happens when I throttle with just rear wheel. Yeah, it's not as strong. Give it just a little bit of pedal too and throttle, and you don't even have to kick it in to all-wheel drive. You'll still make it up the hills. That's a steep one. Of course, that made the battery bar go down. But we're going to stop here somewhere. and just turn this off. See, it was making that little clunky noise again. I'm gonna stop here. Hopefully there's no dogs. Just for a second, guys. I'm gonna shut this off and back on. We're gonna see what we have. Shut off. Got about 10 or so. Yeah, it says we got 4 bars. It's looking nastier and nastier out here, guys. I'm not going to head straight back. I'm going to try to make this a decent ride here. All right, dude, go on. Get on that bad motor scooter and ride. There you go. He did it. I didn't think he was going to make it. I must be getting close to the 20-mile mark because I'm starting to feel it on my booty a little bit. It doesn't matter how comfortable my seat is. I hit 20 miles, man, and my butt just starts hurting. I do a lot of pedaling though. I mostly pedal. And I hope we got some sunshine at least, because it just ain't no fun trying to show how good looking an e-bike is, you know, when it's like this. Nasty outside. Yeah, I got all kinds of bars left, guys. I'm not ready to go home yet. But I am a little concerned about this rain. I think I'm going to go up here though. Go through the light. Getting a little braver about riding through town now. It used to scare me. I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to do it now. It's getting real dark, guys. Probably am going to have to cut this ride shorter than I wanted. I'm going to get stuck out here in the rain. I think this e-bike does have a rain rating. I can't remember what it was though. Can't remember exactly what it is, so I don't want to put it to the test. So we're going to go home, but I hope you have enjoyed this ride. It is not a beautiful day, I am sorry, but it is exactly what it is. I'm going to turn right down here on the bike trail so we can look at this bridge. Alright, guys. There is something still beautiful about dark, dark, gloomier days like this. Let's take a look at this bridge. Got a lot of overgrowth on it right now. Shouldn't be too many people out today. Let's have a look-see. It's pretty. See if we can stop here just a second. See if I can get myself up high enough for you guys to see over this bridge. Ain't that gorgeous? Even on a gloomy day, it's pretty. Be out here toward the middle a little bit farther. Let's see if we can get up here a little higher again. Try right here one time. See what happens. See if I hopefully don't fall down and hurt myself. This is the Clear Fork River, guys. It's moving really slow right now. It must not be rain up north. All right, let's go. We're gonna go home before it rains on us, guys. One of these days I'm gonna see how far this bike will actually go. I don't think it's gonna be today because I'm gonna get wet. I checked the weather just before I left and it did say we got showers coming, so we better go home. Hate to say it. And didn't see no Sasquatches again. We did see lots of deers, guys. What do you guys think? Is there really Sasquatches? If not, it's still funny, isn't it? Still funny to talk about that? I don't know. Whoa, you hear this motor? Listen to this. Yeah, that winds up. Ain't that cool? Woo. I must be in all-wheel. Yeah, I was in all-wheel. I heard you birds. There's more birds over there. That sign said, keep it out. I don't want to go in there in the house. Scary looking. What do you guys think of this old mill right here? This is still a feed mill. You get grains and seeds and all that stuff. But it used to be, this was train tracks. And the trains just pull right up here. Load them up or unload them, whatever they're doing. Pretty cool, huh? Well, they still to this day sell stuff out there. It's hard to get them mountain biker style guys to wave at me for some reason. I don't know why. They don't like to say hi. We're just gonna go, guys. We're gonna go, go, go. See if any of these cars stop for me here. That's a little dangerous right there. Get over here for this guy. Right here. Don't want to slip. Don't want to slip and slide. Alright guys, well we're heading home. I hate to say, but we are heading home. Hey, let's go in here look at the lake real quick. I don't think there's anybody in here today because it's nasty. A nasty day, so we're gonna look at the park. This is right by my house. This is right beside my house. There's a fishing pond right there. We got a trash up in there. I kind of like to go up there sometime. No trash dumps. Please dump in appropriate area. But there's hiking trails all up through here. I think this is called the Boy Scout cabin. Used to call it the Scout cabin. These are all hiking trails up through here, guys. Last time I went up there, I got a tick. They had my wife pull a tick off me. I hate them things. My daughter got Lyme disease from one. We got lots and lots of deer ticks here. Let's come up here and take a look at this water. So there's beauty to be saw. They have a lot of functions down here. People have parties and after weddings and graduations and all that stuff. This pond's been here, you know, a lot longer than me. And It's got bass and bluegill and catfish and stuff in it. Fun little place to take kids to fish. Sit right there on that swing and see a little bit of beautiful sometimes. There was a duck that was living right there on that little island. I don't know where he's at now. You can pump your own water right there too. When the water goes out, electric goes out, you can come down here and pump your own water. So there's a convenience with having this so close to us. And there's some kind of city dump up that hill. I do want to go up there sometime. I don't know if I'm allowed. I think if you have to have permission or what. And the kids come down here and play on this stuff all the time. Yep, little kids, not mine. Not anymore. They did. Alright, we're gonna go home. Since you guys ain't got nothing to say, I'm just gonna take you home now. What do you think of that? I've been trying to let you talk all day long. Nobody's saying one word. Alright, let's go. See if I can make this turn. This is a weird turn. Alright, I like this bike, guys. I really, really like it. It's got good tires on it and everything. But you're gonna see me riding some other bikes for a while. I don't know when I'll be able to get back to the walkie again. But we'll get back to it at some point. Still a keeper bike. But I do like this one. HANEVEAR, guys. I'm gonna pull it up to the garage. I'm gonna say my last words about it. And we're gonna shut this right down. I wanted to go farther today, but it's really looking like I'm gonna get wet. And I'm not really afraid of getting wet, but I'm afraid of catching the battery on fire and stuff like that, ain't I? Yes, sir. I'm gonna see if I actually killed this. Yeah, it's only 5 miles, so I went 5 miles since that last point. Okay, so we went, where was my regular? 50.4, okay. It was 31.1. So we only got to go 20.3 miles, guys. That's it. Does this show voltage? No, it don't. Don't show it. I can't. Let's turn it off. Turn it back on and see what we got left in battery. I do have my headlights on. And we'll turn it back on to see if it's what kind of bars we. And you can get at least a little idea, kind of range. Okay, so I got 3 bars. I went 20.3 miles. So that's quite a bit left yet. I think we probably could have got to the 35 mark on this, I think. I will test that out again on a better day, guys. But we just got to stop now because we got the rain coming. But let's take a quick look-see at this bike one more time. I'm going to shut it off right now and let you guys look at it while I still got a little battery left. I think I do. Let me see. Yep. There it is, leaves and all. Sitting in the leaves. This is the HANEVEAR H100 all-wheel drive e-bike. Here comes Chase.
Sir. Yes. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and hit that notification bell to see my videos.